Leslie, today I'm going to take the day off work, okay? What? Can you make sure to have any of the work I was supposed to be tasked with today and hand it out evenly among the rest of the team to have done for me? Amber, do you have a second? What's wrong? You and I both talked before about how the last time you took a day off, you used up the rest of your time off, right? That means this time you will not be paid for taking the day off, as you no longer have the PTO for it. Huh? This time will be considered an absence from work, and you won't be paid any money for this day if you take it off. What? Isn't that a little rude of you, though? The company is the one to decide how many PTO days you get in a year, and if you use more than that, then you will no longer receive 8 hours of pay for that day, and will be considered just an absence from work. This is the same rule that applies to everyone in this company, so it's not just you. Really? Are you sure this isn't just about you being jealous of a cute little 19-year-old girl like me? Excuse me? Why are you bringing something like that up now of all times? Well, look at yourself. You happen to be 40 years old and still single, right? That's true, but what does that have to do with your situation? I get that you've been trying to hide your private life from everyone else at work, but you have so much going on with you that it's far too easy for me to see the truth. Wait, I'm not trying to hide anything about myself from anyone, though. I also happen to have a fiancé now. Seriously? That has to be one big lie, right? There's no way a 40-year-old single woman like you could have found yourself a man that would actually be willing to marry someone like you still. You can stop it with all the lies about yourself, all right? Amber? This conversation is getting off topic now. Let's get back on topic, okay? Now, to repeat what I've said earlier, you have used up all your PTO, and that means today, if you do plan to take the day off, you will not be getting paid an 8-hour salary. That is all. All right. I have to take the day off today, so no matter what, I'll let you off the hook with that. This isn't about you letting me off the hook, or not about something that has little to do with me. I do not have the time to continue talking with a hysteric grandma all day, so I'm out of here. Leslie? Hello? This is the 19-year-old super cute new hire here. Good evening, Amber. It's a little past 8 now, so we're not in the office anymore. Is this something you can talk to me about tomorrow? Hey now, are you still upset about earlier? I get that you might have some hurt feelings about what I said, but you're way too old to be holding on to the past now, right, Grandma? Amber, what is it you want? Huh? Are you just here to make yourself seem all cute and stuff in front of me? Or are you trying to act as though you're better than me? Well, if either of those are the case, then it's a waste of time for the both of us, and you're better off refraining yourself from doing it anymore. What? Well, whatever. I don't have time to sit here and listen to an old woman and her awful attitude anyway, so I'll tell you what's going on here. Listen. This weekend, I'm going to be having my wedding. I'm inviting people like you, Leslie, and the rest of the people in the department to come along and watch. So, please come. This weekend, you said? That's pretty soon. I didn't have any other choice this time. I happen to have something major happen to me, and that's why I need to get married now. Wait, are you talking about that? I want to have this wedding before my belly gets too big, so that's why it's going to happen this weekend. That's the whole reason I've been having to take a lot of time off work. I see. So the reason you've been out of work at least once a week for the last month or two has been for that reason? And this coming Sunday, I'll be having the wedding at a really fancy restaurant. That's in 2 days, right? This is meant to be a surprise for you. A surprise! Well, I'm sure that seeing a cute and young bride all happy on her wedding will be difficult for a single 40-year-old grandma, but... Well, I just wanted to share some of my happiness with you on the day, huh? Amber? Your full name happens to be Amber Curtis, right? That's right. But, of course, once I marry my man, I'll become Amber Bourne. In other words, your soon-to-be husband's last name is Bourne? That's right. I see. Mr. Bourne. And I'm going to become Amber Bourne. I really want people to start calling me that soon, so I want to get this show on the road. I'm sure you'll never have any idea what I'm talking about when I say it's going to be so amazing having my last name changed with marriage. But I hope this wedding will give you just a small taste of that experience. I'm going to make sure to rub all my happiness in your wrinkly old face, so make sure you're there. But I don't want you going after any of the men at this wedding, all right? None of them are going to want some 40-year-old single grandma, so leave them alone. I'm going to have to introduce myself to the groom, I think. What? I just told you to not try reeling in any men, all right? I'm not the type of woman that likes to steal other people's partners, so don't worry about that, please. Huh? My sister and her kids are going to be arriving at my house any time now to hang out. So I'll see you later. As for the time and place of the wedding, I'll have all that information sent into the office group chat. So make sure to read all of that later, please. Leslie! Were you able to make it to the restaurant yet? I know that today is going to be very tough for you, having to watch a youthful and cute 19-year-old get married right before your eyes. But do your best to swallow those tears and watch this wedding to the very end, okay? Good morning, Amber. Are you in the changing room right now? Yep. I just finished having my wedding dress and everything put on. And as for your soon-to-be husband, Mr. Bourne, he's at the restaurant as well, right? Of course he is. He told me he just got finished changing into his tuxedo. Is that so? All right, then. I would like to go see him before the wedding gets started. Would that be all right with you? Huh? Why do you want to see him so badly? Wait, are you literally going to try and take my groom from me today? The groom's full name is Max Bourne, right? Actually, through my sister, I may happen to know the groom. And, well, it's very important that I go and introduce myself to him today, so I'd like to be able to go to his changing room and see him. I suppose there are times like this after all. Well, it's not like he's going to fall for some old hag trying to flirt with him anyway. As long as you make it quick, I'll allow you to go and see him. Well, as long as you're all right with it, I'll make my way over to go and see him right now. I'll go over to his changing room as well now. Leslie, what the hell is this? Why is Max on his hands and knees apologizing to you? What the hell happened between you two? Amber? Have you still not realized anything yet? What are you talking about? Have you not taken a look at what my last name is? You're Leslie Pines, right? Wait. You're related to Ashley Pines? She happens to be my little sister, actually. What? Ashley and I happen to be separated by many years, so most people wouldn't ever think that the two of us are sisters. But after hearing from me that she's my sister and that we both share the same last name, you can understand things a little bit more clearly, right? Are you still going to question why your fiancé, Max Bourne, is on his hands and knees apologizing to me? Amber, this goes for you as well. You have something you need to tell Ashley right away, right? I'm sorry that I went and stole your husband from you. What is this? If you knew something was going on here, then why didn't you tell me about this a lot sooner? Why did you wait to tell me all of this until the day of my wedding? Because this would be the best chance for my sister and I to catch Max and handle him without him getting away from us. Huh? Your best chance to catch Max? When my sister started to go on about a divorce and all that, I was overseas and not in the States to help her deal with things. And I never even knew about most of this going on until after things between her and Max had been dealt with. Of course, I didn't get to hear about everything from Ashley about what had happened. And when Ashley did explain certain things to me, she never told me the name of the woman that had stolen her husband from her. So this whole time, I never knew who it could have been. But when I did learn about who it was, or at least was made aware of it, it was when you told me to come to your wedding today, 2 days ago. At the time you had told me that, I stated that my sister was coming over, and when she arrived, I told her about you and your wedding. And that's when I learned who you were. But even if that is the case, Ashley and Max are both divorced now, and he's paid her the settlement she asked for. You both should be totally fine leaving us alone and letting us enjoy our lives. Why the hell are you making him apologize even more? To you, Amber, you may think things are finished with a simple apology and a settlement like that being paid. But you are aware that Ashley and Max had 2 kids together, right? And so what? Right now, Max should be paying Ashley $700 a month for child support so that she can care for the 2 kids. And he has the responsibility to continue paying that $700 a month to her until the kids are both adults. He has to pay her $700 every month? But here's the problem. Within the first 3 months of the divorce and her getting their kids, he moved out of his place unannounced and changed his phone number. And then he just disappeared and ran away from Ashley. It's been half a year now, and he has not paid any of the child support to her within that time. So over time, we've been searching for him so that we could force him to do his job as the father of his 2 kids. And as we were starting to lose hope in finding him, we came across you, Amber. Are you kidding me? I guess this is what everyone means when they say we live in a small world, right? Are you freaking kidding me? Well, you should really enjoy this wedding you've worked so hard on having with your fiancé. My sister and I know where Max is now, and we're not leaving until his parents arrive here to help us handle him. Wait, he told me his parents disowned him a while ago. Well, they are pissed to have heard about him never paying the child support for his kids. They are going to continue to keep ties cut with him, but to get him to take responsibility for the child support and never have a way of running off, they're having him move into a new line of work. Some construction company his second uncle owns that's out in the middle of the mountains right now doing a 10-year-long job. A construction company out in the middle of nowhere? I'm not sure what all the details are on the company, but from what his parents have told me, it's a place that most ex-prisoners go to work, as the place is like a prison and reminds them of home in a way. Huh? What the hell? I think it's a great place for people to learn their duties as an adult and work them back into proper members of society, if they wish to leave, of course. So with that, when this wedding is over with, his parents and his second uncle will be hauling him off to that new company so he can start his job. Huh? Hold on a second. He and I just handed in our marriage papers this morning before the wedding, and we are already legally a married couple. You're telling me he's going to have to move into the mountains now without me? Well, some married couples happen to live like that for a while, right? But we wanted to be together forever, and that's why we've gotten married. Also, it's not just him that has lost ties to his parents, but me as well. That's why the two of us really wanted to be together. It's all because of you, you old hag, that we're going to lose this happiness we've had. You're the freak that thought it was okay to steal someone else's husband and ruin their happiness all so that you could have a husband of your own. Because of you and your BS, you took my sister's husband away from her and left her with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old that she has to raise all by herself. It's because of you that those 2 kids no longer have a father. Just because you're young doesn't mean you get a free pass to do whatever you want. At least I'm not the forever alone grandma. I'm getting married next year. Huh? And also, the fact that you keep calling me an old hag and a grandma might be hurtful to some. But I actually like being called that because a lot of people who are actual grandmas are very nice people. They happen to take really good care of their family and their friends, just like I'm doing now. In my case, I'm caring for my single little sister and her 2 kids. And I'm here to protect them from someone like their husband and father, who left the 3 of them with nothing, trying to get away with no damage to himself. And from someone like you who caused all of this to happen in the first place to them, ruining the family they had. I will never forgive you for any of it, Amber. If you really want to be with Max and live a loving and happy life together, then go right ahead. Now I'm going to go back outside and wait for the 2 of you to finish that wedding you've been wanting to rub in my face this whole time. But just know that I'm not sure who will all show up for it today, and what'll happen when they come. It became time for the wedding after I'd been finished talking with Amber. In reality, there was supposed to be around 30 people coming to see the wedding, but a large amount of those people ended up saying no to the invitation. In reality, only a few people dropped by to see it. And I totally understand why most didn't come anyway, as Amber only sent out her invitations to everyone 2 days before her wedding date. Because nobody had really showed up, Amber and Max, both dressed up for the wedding, got on stage and started to shout at one another about what was going to happen. In the end, they got into a really bad fight and started to damage a lot of the things inside the restaurant. And this led to the both of them having to pay off thousands in fees to the place. And on top of those fees, Max would also be asked to pay for the past 6 months' worth of child support. After the wedding had been finished and Max was sent off to work, Amber had her baby and was then forced to go to work for that company as well. She's working in a different shift than her husband, and with the help of her higher up there, she's being worked so hard that every day she forms at least 10 new calluses on her hands. And all of this in order for those 2 to pay off everything they owe and more. When it comes to myself, being the old grandma that I happen to be to Amber, I've defied all odds and am going to be having my wedding in the next couple of months here. And what she doesn't know is that my fiancé happens to be 10 years younger than me. But in his eyes, he doesn't really care about my age, as he finds mature women a lot more decent than young women like Amber. I'll make sure to send her an invitation soon to the location she's working, and maybe she'll have enough cell service out there to give me a call congratulating me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story.
Hey, Stefan. Looks like you haven't come to work yet. You just too lazy or something? At least pretend to be sick and make a call or something. Oh, it's you, Dante. Hello. I'm going to be absent from work today. No, not because I'm just too lazy to come. Alright, that's what everyone says. If you're going to be absent, at least tell the manager about it, will you? Because he was pretty mad back there. Yeah, but didn't the manager just answer the phone right now? Hold on. I think he did. Was that you? Yeah, that was me telling him I would be absent today. Sorry for being late to tell you guys, but I just got into an accident at the station. Oh, he just told us you were going to be absent right now. What's the incident you're talking about then? Oh, he said you sprained your wrist on your way to work at the station? Are you seriously that clumsy? There was a woman who was pickpocketed and I was chasing the culprit. Uh-huh, seriously? What, did you get into a fight or something? Yeah, I managed to catch him and we got into a fight. That's when I sprained my wrist. Luckily, it was my left hand and not my right, so I can still use my phone like I'm doing right now. Is that so? That's like the standard story someone who's going to be late for work makes up. What's so funny about this? Well, there were people who saw what happened, so I have proof that I'm not making this up. Witnesses? Oh, really? So you're not coming to work because you're going to the doctor or something? No, I already went to the doctor. But I got questioned by the police and stuff, so I decided to take a leave today since there's still some things I need to take care of. I'll come to work tomorrow. Huh? But if you can't use your left hand, then how are you going to use your computer? What's the point in coming in if that's the case? Oh, I know. You're probably going to get fired. Hold on. I think that's the only possibility for you now. You're getting fired. Do you know what getting fired means? Besides, there's work I can do that doesn't require a computer. Apparently, I'm supposed to train a new employee starting from tomorrow. What? Really? How are you going to train an employee when you can't use your left hand, though? I really have the feeling they're just going to fire you. I mean, there's no point in keeping you as an employee if you can't work, is there? Our company isn't so black as to fire me just because I can't use a computer temporarily, and I don't need to use my left hand to train an employee. All I have to do is show them how things are done inside this company, apparently. Fine. Maybe you aren't getting fired after all, but it just means that you're never going to get a promotion now. I don't know how getting injured means I won't be able to get a promotion anymore, but they just called me to pay my tab, so bye now. Okay, bye, Stefan. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Hello, Stefan. This is Irene, the person you saved at the station this morning. Thank you again for what you did.
Good evening, Irene.
Is it alright if I text you like this? If you want, I could also call you on the phone if you can't type well with your injured wrist and all.
No, it's fine. I was the type of person who would only use my right hand when typing anyway, so there's not much of a difference.
Is that so? Isn't that a little slower than using both hands, though? Oh, never mind. Just tell me if typing is getting difficult for you then.
I didn't know. Maybe it is slower. I'll try getting used to typing with both hands once my left wrist is healed. Oh, and thanks for the consideration, but still, I was surprised when you told me that you were the new employee whose first day of work at our office was going to be tomorrow.
I was surprised to know that you worked there as well. To think that the person who saved me at the station was going to be my instructor. I guess coincidences like this do actually happen, huh?
Yep. But if you find it inconvenient having me as your instructor, then be sure to tell someone without delaying. I heard that you were a very competent worker, so I don't think my injury is going to be that much of a problem for you, though. It's best for both of us if you consider work as just that. Don't worry about how I would feel, so no need to refrain.
Alright, I understand. Anyways, would you like to go to work together tomorrow? I know you probably haven't gotten used to getting around with only one hand yet, so...
What?
You said the nearest station to our house was the same, right? I know that not being able to use your left hand is going to be a big inconvenience for you, as well as a lot of other things. So, if you want, I can make you some food too. Would you like me to bring you a lunchbox tomorrow?
I really appreciate your consideration, but that's going to be a lot of work for you, isn't it? There's no need to force yourself to help me if you don't really feel like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a girlfriend or something?
No. I've been a bachelor for 5 years now.
I see. If that's the case, then I want to help you as a way of showing thanks for what you did this morning. So please let me support you if you're fine with that.
Alright, I'll take you up on your offer then. I haven't had someone make a lunchbox for me ever since high school when my mom would make me one. To be honest, even though I was a bit apprehensive at letting you help me at first, I'm thankful because my parents live really far away and it's going to be difficult for them to come and help me. I'm truly thankful for your offer, Irene.
Thank you for accepting my offer. It's the least I can do to repay you after all. Well then, I'll see you tomorrow, Stefan. Oh, and I almost forgot. What do you want me to make for your lunchbox?
Anything's fine, really. I'm not a picky eater. Well, see you tomorrow then. I'll be counting on you, I guess. Huh? What in the world is the meaning of this? Who's that beautiful woman you came to work with today? What are you doing bringing a woman like that to work? You said you were a bachelor. She's not my girlfriend, Dante. And I know she's beautiful, but would you please calm down? She's the woman I saved from being pickpocketed yesterday. What? Seriously? Why is she here then? This is a huge coincidence, but apparently she's the new employee our company hired, and today's going to be her first day at work. Seriously? Damn, Stefan. This has got to be the luckiest thing to ever happen to you, right? Work comes first, Dante. I'm not about to get distracted just because she's beautiful. Apparently she was going to the office yesterday to get familiar with the route to the office. That's when she was unlucky enough to become the target of a pickpocketing. Huh? Are you kidding me? Jesus, how I wish I could be you right now. I mean, now you get to spend time with a beautiful woman. It was a very unfortunate event for her, so don't say that. It's rude. Hold on. You said that you were going to be the instructor for a new employee, right? Are you going to be her instructor? Our manager told me about it before yesterday's events. Shit! You're even luckier than I thought. Alright, I've decided. I'll do your job training the new employee for you. I mean, I guess we could ask the manager if you could be our instructor instead, but... It's obvious you're being tricked somehow. I mean, seriously, that the beautiful woman you saved also happened to be a new employee at our company? It's just too good to be true. What do you mean I'm being tricked? We just met each other and all she's done is be kind and considerate towards me until now. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Things don't go this well in the real world, Stefan. She probably knew that you were going to be her instructor beforehand. At first, she's going to act like a helpless but beautiful woman, and in the end, she's probably going to make you her servant or something. And you're not going to notice what's happening to you because she has seduced you and couldn't think straight anymore. Maybe she's even planning on becoming your girlfriend just to disappear with all the money in your bank account one day. What in the world are you talking about, Dante? You watch way too many of those weird YouTube videos, dude. I'm telling you things like that actually happen. You probably don't want it to happen to you, right? But I, on the other hand, am quite alright with being seduced by a beautiful woman and made to be her servant. Which is why I'll do your job instructing her for you. You should just forget about this and get back to work or something. Besides, what use are you going to be to her when you can't even use your left hand? Just let me lend you a hand here, alright? Thanks for your consideration, but no need. Huh? You just want to have this beautiful woman to yourself, don't you? Her name is Irene, and it's less that I want to have her to myself, but more that I don't trust you to do your job as an instructor. Besides, not being able to use my left hand isn't going to be that big of a problem, it seems. You see, I talked with the manager this morning. Apparently Irene, the woman I came with today, is extremely competent. Huh? What do you mean extremely competent? So you're telling me not only is she beautiful, but she's some sort of prodigy as well? Well, kind of. You see, Irene was apparently hired by our company as a target of our headhunting. She was hired via headhunting? Wow. Yes, I'm going to be her instructor, but really all I have to do is explain how things work in this company and teach her about stuff only we do. Oh, and apparently she's one of the candidates for a future executive. Seriously? God, I'm so jealous of you, Stefan. Come on, it's unfair how you get this beautiful woman all to yourself. What is it now? I already told you it's not like that, Dante. I have no intention of bringing in private matters into the office. So you do admit that there's something between you two. You see, there are some people who say that you two are a good couple or actually dating when they see you guys walking together, and I can't stand it. Come on, Dante. We're not high schoolers anymore. Be a bit more professional, please. There are more important things than work, Stefan. She makes your lunchboxes for you too, right? Yeah, she says that it would be difficult for me to make my own food or go out for lunch if I can't use my left hand, which is why she's making me lunchboxes. You guys go to and from work together, right? Yes, but that's because the nearest station to our house is the same. And she says that getting on crowded trains with an injured left hand would be difficult. I'm so jealous of you. Obviously, she's just using your injury as an excuse to get closer to you. Didn't you notice that? I already told you, Dante, we're not actually dating. Seriously? Are you telling me the truth right now? I mean, since when did people start dating after only meeting a few days earlier? It's unusual. Thank God. This means that I have a chance with her. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but don't cause her any trouble, alright?
Stefan?
Irene, thanks for your work today again.
Help me.
Huh? What's the matter?
I'm being chased by Dante.
What? Dante? What do you mean he's chasing you?
I went to the convenience store to buy some stuff, and he ambushed me at the entrance of my apartment.
Huh? How does he even know where you live?
No, he probably followed me on my way from work one day.
Seriously? After I had specifically told him not to cause you any trouble. Alright, tell me what happened.
He was trying to go to the convenience store with me, so I panicked and tried to go back to my apartment, and he started chasing me, and then he managed to block my way to the entrance. He started approaching me, and he almost was able to push me against the wall.
He was trying to push you against a wall?
Yes, but I managed to escape, and now I'm hiding in a bathroom at the second floor of a crowded building near the station.
What in the world is he thinking? Alright, I think I know where you are. I'll come and get you.
Huh?
If you're with me, then I don't think he's going to try and do anything crazy. Meet me at our usual spot when I tell you. Then we'll get on the taxi and flee. Don't worry. I was able to fight off a thief, wasn't I?
What?
I'll contact you once I'm near our location.
I got it. I'm so sorry, Stefan, for getting you into this mess, but I'm waiting for you.
Stefan, why are you here? That's exactly what I wanted to ask you. I knew that you were attracted to Irene, but I never thought that you would become a stalker or something. I'm not a stalker. I'm just doing my best to get closer to Irene. Yeah, so you followed her on your way home to find out where she lived? And you tried to push her against the wall after ambushing her? And when she was clearly scared and fled, you chased after her all the way here? What the hell do you think you're doing? Yeah, but that's just my way of showing her I like her. Sorry, but did you ever consider what Irene felt when you were doing all of this? You're just bothering her. What'd you say to me? I'm a bother to her, you say? How am I a bother? You're the one who's bothering us right now. I get it. You're just mad because you wanted Irene for yourself, don't you? But the joke's on you. Judging by how she looked when she ran away, I just need to make one more approach before she falls for me. What in the world made you think that she'll fall for you after just one approach? Didn't you see that she was terrified? Come on, she wasn't terrified. The only reason she ran away was because she got embarrassed at my approaches. Just a bit more and I could have managed to take her to my room where we could have some fun. But then you came along and ruined everything. You're a sick man, Dante. What you're saying right now are actually what a delusional man would say. You calling me delusional? Irene got scared by what you did and called me to save her. What? She wanted you to save her? What do you mean she got scared? According to Irene, this wasn't your first time doing something like this apparently. Even in the office, you would wait until I wasn't with her and suddenly start massaging her shoulders while she's working on the computer. Or go up to her and smell her. Or try to pull her hair so you could keep her for yourself. It often seems you would go up to her and say inappropriate things as well. Yeah, but she looked like she was enjoying it. If she didn't like it, she would resist. She said she didn't resist because she was scared and you were a senior employee. And because she didn't want to interrupt her work. Apparently, she was thinking about how to tell you that she didn't like what you were doing. What? Really? I'm going to report this incident to the company. What? Apparently, Irene was recording you with a secret microphone whenever you said those things to her. She was recording me? If we check the security cameras in the office as well, we'll probably be able to find the proof of what you did. But all I wanted was to have someone as talented, as beautiful as Irene as my girlfriend. That's why I did all those things. Because I thought that it would make her happy. I haven't had a girlfriend in 5 years, but there's something even I know. What is it? If you make the mistake of getting the wrong ideas about your relationship with a woman, she's going to be disgusted by you and strike back. Huh? Disgusted? Strike back? Anyways, Irene's scared of you and has zero affection for you, so just give it up already. But I was sure she liked me. The next day, me, Irene, our manager, and a person in charge of employee compliance came to the office 1 hour earlier than usual and had a meeting. Dante didn't know about this and came to the office 15 minutes earlier than usual to tell the manager his version of the story. Apparently, he made it seem like he himself was the victim. It was too bad for him, though, that Irene had already showed him the evidence. So this only made it worse for Dante, as it was now apparent that he didn't regret his actions whatsoever. Dante miraculously wasn't fired, but instead relocated abroad where he would work for the next 30 years of his career. Dante's face went pale when he heard this, but it was too late for him. Of course, Irene made Dante pay an alimony to her for the distress he had caused her. And so Dante couldn't just quit his job since he had to get the money somehow. He was last seen crying at the airport before getting onto an airplane and leaving the country. Honestly, I wouldn't be so sad if I were him, as he basically gets a new chance at a life abroad. This is private, but Irene confessed her feelings to me and we've been dating ever since. I proposed to her 1 year after that. That's a story for another day.